What is up today, YouTube? So Hunter over on Instagram asked me to show you guys how to do the trick I did last week for Old School Sunday, the last Old School Sunday, the merry-go-round with the truck stand. Today, since I do these tricks so much, I can explain them pretty easily. I'm going to be showing you 3 different versions of it: beginner, intermediate, and expert. So let's get started. First thing you need to learn is how to do a no-comply front shove. You don't need to be able to land it, but you need to be able to pop it. That was horrible, which tells you guys that I'm terrible at them. And like I said, all you need to know is how to pop it. Really not land it. Now, if you choose to learn how to land it, then hey, you took down another trick. But the next part is the catch and the transfer, and all 3 tricks I'm going to be showing you today will use this principle. And it is very, very easy to practice. So let me show you that. This trick works is you're going to roll up and do a no-comply front shove. The second it pops and you kick it forward, it's going to go between your legs. So you need to be able to leave this leg up. Once it becomes between your legs, you need to be able to catch it behind your leg. That is the most important part of this trick. People can't understand. You're going to be catching it here. The second you catch it, all you have to do is allow it to pivot on its tail. That is it. Now you can stand here all day long and hold the board with your left hand and do this. And just wrap your leg around it. And that will give you your sense of motion. After the catch, you have to do that perfectly. Otherwise, the next parts are going to be a little difficult. But very, very easy to practice. All right, the next part is only for trick number 1. And to me, this is the easiest version to learn. So you do the no-comply front shove, you do the hand transfer, and you're gonna bring it back in front of you and just drop it down and land on it forward. So let's show you what that looks like in super slow-mo. Encompass the last 2 tricks. One, of course, being more difficult than the other. So once you get the hand transfer down, and you can do that first trick, the second thing you'll have to do to learn the intermediate version is 360 pivots with 1 foot on the board. And it's a lot easier than it sounds. So you're gonna do your transfer, and this time, instead of throwing it in front of you, you're gonna fully transfer back to your left hand. While practicing, you know, your left hand isn't going to do anything until this point when you actually do the no-comply front shove. So practicing, hold with your left hand, transfer around, back to your left hand. Then you're going to put the board down so the tail is touching the ground and the wheels are just above the ground. And you're going to put your back foot on the board. I'm just going to hold it like this. Now you're going to rotate front side. So you're going to rotate like this. And that's it. You just got to practice that. Now, there is a very important thing that you'll have to do when doing this version of the trick, and I'm going to bring you guys closer to me to show you this. Okay, so when you are learning the 360 pivot, you'll probably end up practicing something like this, which is fine. That gets you the momentum, that gets you the rotation, but you cannot land the trick like that. The very important thing I want to show you guys is, after spinning about 270 degrees, your foot needs to go in front of you. And to set it down, you're going to bring it back onto the board. And you'll watch, anytime I do this trick, that is something that happens naturally because I've done this so much. But you need to be able to practice to do this and kick that foot in between your front hand and your back foot. And just practice this. Because until you get that down, you're not going to be able to land this. But let me show you what this trick looks like in super slow-mo, and we'll move on to the last and hardest trick. And the third one is the hardest one. but it works off the same principle as the other two. So instead of practicing your 360 on the tail like this, you're going to practice it on the truck, like this. Now this is where it gets more difficult. If you have the ability to kick your foot forward, do it. I can't. So I just flip it back simply. And I flip it towards the heel flip. So I use my foot to push it, and I use my hand to turn it. And that's how I flip it back. Hunter, if you can learn all three of these tricks, film them and tag me in it. But let me show you what this last one looks like and we can end the video. I'll take it. Hunter, I hope this video helped you out, and thank you for your video suggestion. I also want to say, screw you. Last week it took about an hour and a half and 90-some degree weather to land that trick 4 times. And today it took about another half hour to land it. So I don't know if I'm going to try to land it again for a little while. It's pretty challenging, but I hope this video helps.